After missing out on the title in the last episode of Season 1, today we are jumping into Season 2 where we are hopefully going to be pushing forward to maybe becoming champions of Switzerland. We also have the Europa League 2 first round matches. They're qualifiers, but they're our first round matches, we'll call them that. And we've also done 16 transfers. There's probably a lot going to go on. The transfer business over the summer had a bit of a theme. We did start off with spending a lot of money, £2.4 million, and then spent no more after that. We brought in Kai Sipot, who is a 21-year-old Slovenian striker, and I'm hoping he is going to be our goal scorer. I'm hoping there's going to be a lot of goals coming from Sipot up front. We also made the permanent transfer for Mamadou Kalesene because he was superb last season. He has scored 19 goals in 31 league appearances for us. He's already got a goal as well in the Europa League 2 qualifiers. We'll come to that in a minute. And then we've brought in a whole load of players on free transfers, and there is a plan to doing this. They are either going to go out on loan to other teams in Switzerland, they are either going to stay with us and eventually get sold on for hopefully big money because they're going to turn into superb footballers, or we just use them and we just bin them off. So we are going to fly through them. Sidi Diagne is the first one, signed from, who was at Sochaux, I believe. Currently out on loan at Dijem in Belgium, maybe. He's not in Switzerland, is he? No, Altman, who has come from Belgium, is on loan at Rapperswil, who, by the way, have been promoted to the second tier. Loaning them Ramirez last season was a stroke of genius. Junior Diamande is going to be one of our main players this season, playing on that right-hand side because we've lost a few players on basically loans expiring. Abu Bakri Diop has joined and then gone back on loan to Diambars in his native Senegal. He's got caps. There is definitely something there, but we just need him to get a lot more game time, and he's not going to get that with us this season. Ludovico Gelmi is going to be probably our number 2 goalkeeper, although he is also kind of our number 1 goalkeeper at the moment. Filippo Romagna has also joined, another Italian, a central defender. This, I think, is superb business. I think he's going to be one of our best players this season. 25 years of age, 20 appearances for Sassuolo over 3 years. I think most of them are last season, but a free transfer, that's good business. Hamza Raffia is going to be a huge player for us, signed from Juve on a free transfer. I showed him at the end of last season. Hamza Raffia is probably our best footballer. Ulrich Bapo isn't. He's not great. We've brought him in. He's one of those players that I'm expecting to stay with us for a season or two, and then we maybe try to sell him off to somebody else in Switzerland, or we might be able to get a bit of profit out of him, basically. This is another bit of very good business. Tobias Figueiredo might be his name, signed from Nottingham Forest, Portuguese central defender. Again, free transfer. All of these players are free transfers. I think we have ourselves a little bit of a gem here. He is 28. I'm talking like he's 15. He's 28 years old, so he's not going to be getting much better than what he currently is, but he is certainly one of our best centre-backs. We've also brought in a football manager legend, Emre Moore, who is now 25 years of age. I say legend. I don't know if he was any good on any of the past football managers. He's had potential. He probably isn't ever going to get to his current potential now, but Emre Moore is very, very good. Berhard Zimmermann is a 20-year-old Austrian striker who needs to go out on loan. That is the plan for Zimmermann, go out on loan to someone else in Switzerland. I think he is very good. He's just not necessarily going to fit our system. Sander Koopman is a 27-year-old Belgian attacking midfielder, right-winger, central midfielder. Free transfer, you can't go wrong. He's good. I think he's good. And if we can play him, sell him, any of those things, that's going to be helpful. And finally, we've brought in a player on loan from our feeder team, Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's Theo Corbeau. If you have watched my Dover save, you will know that I signed Theo Corbeau many seasons into that save, and he has been superb for us, so I'm hoping he can do the same for Grasshoppers. And leaving the club, there's not really a huge amount of things to talk about. Magrietta, probably the biggest name to leave. He only joined at the start of last season, apparently, and we've let him go on a free transfer, only had a season deal, and then a whole bunch of players going out on loan, a lot of them to Rapperswil, who are, like I said earlier, they're now in the second tier. We've sent a few players out on loan to Dijem, who are our feeder team in Belgium as well, because they just need to get football. That's the reason why a lot of them have gone there. And also, Ramirez has gone on a free transfer. He's still playing, apparently. I would have loved to have actually kept him for another season, but basically, he's just not good enough for us. We also signed Jadine White. I completely ignored this one. He joined at the end of the season, so he was in the previous list. He's a Jamaican goalkeeper. He's actually quite good. I think every single game he has about 130 potential at the start of it. He just never leaves Cavalier, and I've managed to bring him in on a free transfer. He probably won't play too much. We want to loan him out to someone else in Switzerland. We are also one game into the season and one game into the Europa League as well. We have played the Zurich derby, winning 2-1. Sipot and Bappo. I said Bappo probably wasn't going to play a lot, didn't I? Yeah, he's already scored a goal for us. We also played PAOK from Greece, and it is a 2-2 draw at home, which means they have themselves 2 away goals. We didn't get the easiest tie. When you look at some of the other teams in here, we got some very, very difficult matches. We got a very, very difficult match when you could have had somebody, and no offence, like a Dundalk or a Zimru Chisinau or a Jablanek. Jablanek are probably quite good, actually. But you see what I mean? We've got a difficult team in PAOK. They're arguably one of the best teams in Greece at the moment. They literally won the Greek Super League 3 years ago. So, yeah, they're pretty good. The transfer window is still open, and we do still have about £2.3 million in the budget, a little bit of wage budget as well to spend, but we are probably not going to spend much of that unless somebody really interesting comes up. We're now going to go forward, we're going to play Young Boys, and then we're going to play the second leg against PAOK. So, for the opening game of the season on camera, we have picked a very difficult game, haven't we? Young Boys, who finished in 3rd place last season. This is our starting 11. Sipot, Raffia, 2 new players in there, Figueiredo, Gelmi, and Junior Diamande as well, all new players into the starting 11. A win here would put us basically joint top of the table, wouldn't it? Unless we win about 6-0, then we'll be top of the table. Early chance going Young Boys' way. It's headed over the bar. What is this camera angle? I've never seen that camera angle before. That was a strange one. Lenjani with a throw for us. 12 minutes on the clock. Schmid to Lenjani again, down the left-hand side towards Sene. Hopefully this season he can actually play against Basel as well, which might come in handy. Rafi is going to get there. No, he doesn't. He's been pushed over by Shah. It is going to be a penalty. Is that Fabian Shah, the Newcastle, potentially former Newcastle player? It might be. It is a penalty. I don't know who's going to step up and take it. It is going to be number 28. It is... Who's number 28? I should know this. It is Herc. Herc is stepping up. It's blasted into the back of the net. It is 1-0. And this could be a great result. We're only 14 minutes in. Let's not read too much into the scoreline right away. Especially when there's a highlight straight after the goal. This could be disastrous. Martins with the ball for Young Boys. It's a great clearance from Lenjani, but it's going to come straight back towards Ashar, who conceded the penalty seconds ago. Martins back to Kamara, across to Zeiska. Zesiger could be his name. Lovely ball forward. Nasame controls it well. Gelmi can just about get that wide. Didn't even touch it, apparently. We've got ourselves a chance from a corner. Petar Pusic to take towards the middle. It's not the best corner, it's cleared. Figueiredo is going to collect it, number 55 for some reason. Herc to Schmid, through ball to Kai Sipot, and Sipot's effort is blasted over the bar. Sipot cost a lot of money, and I'm not sure whether it was a good idea, but, I mean, so far, he's doing alright. He scored a couple of goals. Lenjani to Raffia. Forward, finds Sene. Off to the right-hand side, Junior Diamande takes a few touches, goes for goal. Diamande is our worst player on the pitch at the moment. If that went in, there would have been something going wrong with the game. And that was the last highlight of the first half. We go in 1-0 to the good against Young Boys. This is going to be a great result if we can keep on top of this one. We are going to have to do a change, and it's not Figueiredo, despite the fact he's on a 6-5. It is going to be Hamza Raffia, and it is going to be Sander Koopman, I think. Or do we do... No, we'll do Koopman. We'll do Sander Koopman. That's kind of one of the reasons why I brought Koopman in, because he can play in that position. And we didn't really have too many options in that position last season. Raffia came off, by the way, because he wasn't particularly match fit at the start of the game, and it clearly shows. It's a clearance upfield from Young Boys. It's Nasame headed forward. Figueiredo, this is a worry. The two players passing between them. Sipot heads down to Pusic, goes off to the right, finds Diamande. It's Pusic carrying on his run. Little flick for some reason. Don't know why I did that. Koopman. Sipot through to Sene. First time shot from Sene, and Van Bournemouth can hold on to that one. They are recommending subbing off Sene for Theo Corbeau, and I think I agree with that, because I do like a bit of Theo Corbeau. Big TC, as I was calling him in my Dover save. We're going to do Figueiredo for Romagna as well. I think we still get 5 subs. I'm not 100% certain. I think we still get 5 subs. So we've got one more break in play where we can do 2 more. Pusic with a corner towards the back post this time, and it's Sipot heading over the bar. We've still got 20 minutes to play. Junior Diamande is probably going to need to come off, and maybe Sipot, maybe Pusic. Let's test to see whether we do have more subs. Diamande for Loosely. I didn't put a right back on the bench. Yeah, Loosely's going to have to be our right back, and he's not really good enough to be a right back. We've also got Jungsan Bin, by the way. He was on loan for 2 seasons. Didn't realise that one, so that's why he's still here. We can do... Do we do Bappo? We don't do Bappo. We'll do Sipot for Han, because my assistant manager recommends starting Han, but I spent a lot of money on Sipot. Han was free. We have an XG of nearly 3, and it is only 1-0. I've ignored that for the entire game, and I've just seen it now, and I would be heartbroken if they score. They didn't score. That is a very good performance and a ridiculously good result. Fully aware we're only 2 games in, but we're up to 2nd place. Now, to go forward and play a Europa Conference League qualifier, as long as we win, we should be fine. New/old signing alert. Boller has returned to Grasshoppers from Wolves on loan until the end of the season. He's costing us a bit of money. This was I was trying to get this deal done a long time ago, but he was costing us money. I wasn't quite sure whether we needed a right back. He's better than Diamande, so Boller is back. So we've made it over to Greece, and we are essentially playing the same starting 11 as what we played against Young Boys, apart from one change, and that one change is in defence. Figueiredo drops out, Romagna comes in. Everything else is exactly the same. We only have, we have less substitution options in the Europa Conference League. I need to make sure I keep that in mind, because I do have tendencies to want to do 5 subs at the moment. 7 minutes on the clock, and we've got ourselves the first highlight. Lenjani controls of us. Ribeiro to Schmid. He's gone forward to Herc. Back to Schmid. Now Sipot. Facing away from goal, back to Schmid, who's picked up an early yellow card. Herc heads down. It's not going to find one of our players. Instead, he finds a PAOK Salonika player. Crespo to Leo Jabba, maybe Schwab. Forward to Kolak. They've got some very non-Greek sounding players at the moment. Romagna's controlled that well, and the Italian's going for a lovely run. Sipot to Sene, through ball, finds Cal Sipot. Kai Sipot's in on goal. It's a terrible effort from the young Slovenian. It's going to be a corner. Now, annoyingly, PAOK don't need to basically do anything. If they draw 0-0, they're going through. If they win, they're going through. We have to win, or a 3-3 draw. A 2-2 draw will take us to penalties, and I don't think we've got good penalty takers. Not that I'm thinking PAOK have good penalty takers, but I just worry that we're going to miss absolutely everything. PAOK coming forward, plays the ball through, but Gelmi's going to collect it. So the Italian, what are you going to do? Rolls out to the other Italian in defence. Schmid back to Gelmi. Now Thomas Ribeiro. Left-hand side is Lenjani, the old man of the team at 32 years of age. Down the line to Sene, one of the youngest players in the team. Can he get past his man? He does manage it. Through ball, finds Hamza Rafia on the ground to Sipot. First time shot, and Sipot's effort's gone wide. How has he missed that? Match stats-wise, we should probably be winning now. Free kick for the side from Greece. Kurtic's curling effort. That's a cracking free kick. Jasmine Kurtic makes it 1-0 to PAOK. And straight after that Sipot chance, that is a kick in the teeth. We now need to score twice. So hopefully this highlight here is going to result in a goal for us. Ribeiro to Romagna. Right-hand side is a couple of options. Schmid forward to Pusic. Diamande's making a run. Instead, he's gone towards the left side. Sene's going to collect it. Number 9. A bit of space for himself. He's done well. And then passed it straight to a PAOK player, but Herc saves the day. Herc again with the ball to Schmid. Through ball. Sene controls it well. Sene tucks that away superbly well. Mamadou Calais Sene gets his 2nd goal of the season. His 2nd in the Europa League as well. Half-time. 1-1. It's 3-3 on aggregate, but I assume away goals are a thing. I genuinely have no idea. Do away goals still exist? Just gone straight into the second half and immediately into a highlight, apparently. We are 1 minute and 8 seconds on the clock. The goalkeeper has it in his hands. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name. I apologise, everybody, but I will definitely ruin that one. Most likely I ruin every name, but, you know, that one I'm going to get doubly bad. El Kaddouri's in on goal, and El Kaddouri should have made it 2-1. I feel like they've scrapped the away goal rule. Is that something I'm making up? I feel like that's a thing that's happened. Right, we need to do ourselves a change. Hamza Rafia not doing the business today, and I didn't sort my subs bench out properly. So we're going to have Han playing just behind Sipot. I think that might be okay. PAOK have just made 3 substitutions in one. Is that all of their subs? Kurtic steps up, curling effort. He's done it again. He scored 2 identical free kicks. Genuinely going to have a look at Kurtic after this game because I might be putting in a cheeky bid. Right, some more changes then. Dominic Schmidt has dropped to left back. Bappo has come on for Lenjani. Theo Corbeanu has come on for Petar Pusic. I don't think we get any more subs. We've got 15 minutes to try and find ourselves an equaliser. I think that second goal doesn't really mean a huge amount because we were going out anyway. And this is where I find out that away goals have been wiped out. And yeah, we probably didn't need to concede another free kick. Romagna, Bappo plays it all the way back to Gelmi. Forward to Thomas Ribeiro. He's going to go backwards. Why do that? I guess we're playing on balance. It makes a bit more sense. Forward to Herc, back to Romagna. I think we might get ourselves a defender sent off at some point. Bappo the sub. Towards TC on the right-hand side. Find Junior Diamande. Through ball. Sipot flicks the head on. Sene's there. Controls it well. Sene blasts it into the bottom corner. It's 2-2. It's 4-4 in aggregate. It's 2-1. It's going to be flagged for offside. That is heartbreaking. We've got XG of 2. They have XG of less than 1. And it's 2-1 to them. What is going on? We've got 3 minutes of normal time. PAOK coming forward with it. Ingasson forward. Finds Jebba. Doesn't manage to find Jebba actually. Sene to Sipot. Can he manage to get himself on the score sheet? He does. Kai Sepot makes it 2-2. Now it's 4-4 in aggregate. Probably going to extra time. My assistant manager is constantly telling me to keep an eye on Kurtic because he's making things happen. Do you know what he's doing? He scored 2 cracking free kicks. He's not doing much else. Right, do we get a chance to do any more subs? Do we want to do any more subs? I mean, a lot of players are very tired. Diamande for Figueiredo. I mean, it's not the most sensible of transfer substitutions, is it? Is Romagna going to be better as a right back? I'm going to say yes. He's got the speed over Figueiredo. I think that's what we're going to go for. Free kick for us. It's forward to Herc, just inside their half. Figueiredo to Han. Not seen him since he's come on. Corbeanu to Sipot. Through ball. Finds Sene. Tries to get some space. Doesn't manage it. TC's there. And Theo Corbeanu scores his first goal for the club. We could squeak our way through into the next round of the Europa Conference League. Half time. We don't get to do a team talk or anything like that. Straight into the second half. And PAOK have themselves a chance. 107 minutes on the clock. Is it 120? I don't even know. I don't know how many minutes are in extra time. It is Suarez through to Oliveira. Takes a first time shot. It is saved by Ludovico Gelmi. It's going to be a corner. Leo Jabba to take it towards the front post. It's a poor effort from, I assume, the striker from PAOK. And it's gone wide and or over. Can we do any more subs? Are we allowed to? Abrashi? No? Okay. A sensible manager would possibly start playing defensive right now, but that's not me. But it doesn't matter. We didn't need to do it. We made that hard for ourselves. I say we made that hard for ourselves. Kurtic made that hard for us. What's his free kicks? His free kicks is 15. That's fair enough. And as a reward for beating PAOK, we get to play FC Alexandria from Ukraine. I've never heard of these. I've genuinely never heard of FC Alexandria. I feel like we should be able to beat them. And I think next episode, that is what we are going to do. Alexandria and possibly Servette. I think we might do that. We might do an Alexandria doubleheader, but I'm not quite sure. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I don't know what I'm going to do. We've also got the transfer window open. More business is going to happen. I can guarantee you that one, but we're not going to tell you that until the next episode. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, like, subscribe, YouTube, comments, stuff, lick buttons. Don't lick things. Definitely don't lick things. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've ballsed up that outro, and I'll see you in the next one.